Hello and welcome to SUNY Coby News for the fall 2023 semester. I'm Quanique Relaford. This is a student-produced newscast staffed by communication students enrolled here at SUNY Cobleskill. Thanks for joining us. With Christmas right around the corner, it's time for the Marine Corps Reserve's annual collection, Toys for Tots. You can help make Christmas magical for a little boy or girl by donating a toy. The collection boxes will be set up around campus until December 4th. Toys for Tots started back in 1947. And was founded by Marine Reservist Major Bill Hendricks. The goal of this program is to collect toys to give to parents who cannot afford to buy Christmas presents for their children. Along with the toy collection, the Early Childhood Association has donation boxes for their backpack food program. For the toy collection, recommended toys are dolls, books, Legos, stuffed animals, and more. The backpack food program is looking for non-perishable items such as rice, granola bars, boxed pasta, soup, bottled water, and applesauce. For a full list of preferred toys and non-perishables, check out the list found on top of the boxes around campus, like in Wheeler Hall, Champlin, the Van Wagenen Library, and Curtis Mott. To begin the 2024 spring semester, we will start class on Thursday, January 25th, and our second day of class is on Friday, January 26th. Starting the upcoming semester, SUNY Cobleskill is testing out breathers, or replacement days off. To start off the semester on an even schedule, we will have our classes that are scheduled for Mondays on that first Thursday, January 25th. The following Friday, January 26th, we will be following our Tuesday schedules. Those 2 days will be replaced with 2 days off in February on the 19th and the 20th. After that, we will resume our regular schedules. To remember these 4 days, the school adjusted the academic calendar with the dates mentioned. You can view the academic calendar at cobleskill.edu/academics/academic calendar. From there, you will see that we will get that nice 4-day weekend with the February breathers since we are going to have that Monday and Tuesday off. For the past few years, monarch butterfly populations have been decreasing, but there is a chance to save them with awareness. SUNY Coby News reporter Lauren Howard speaks with Dr. Andrew Gasho-Landis, a professor in fisheries, wildlife, environmental science programs here at SUNY Cobleskill, in regard to the monarch butterflies.
We might not think twice about seeing a few monarch butterflies during the summer and early fall months, but in 2022, they made their way onto the endangered species list. Dr. Gasho-Landis, professor of environmental science, has been working at SUNY Cobleskill for 10 years. He sheds light on the recent status of the monarch butterfly.
During the larval stage, they feed on milkweed, right? So that makes them an important part of the food chain as an herbivore. They're often then eaten by other animals as well, which is important in maintaining the balance of our ecosystems.
Some predators of monarch caterpillars are ants, spiders, birds, wasps, and even each other if they are being raised in numbers.
Anytime we lose any species, we lose the important connections that they have in the ecosystem webs that we have. So there's many connections that they have both to the plants that they would eat that would then grow without that herbivore keeping them in check, and then as well the predators that eat the caterpillars, the larvae, would be missing a food source.
Not only would predators be missing a food source, but humans would be missing a food source too. We would be missing fresh oranges, pumpkins, apples, berries, avocados, and much more.
Since they have a specific relationship with milkweed, right, part of the goal is to conserve milkweed populations.
It would be difficult to picture a world without monarch butterflies. Raising and releasing monarchs is very rewarding, so add that to your summer bucket list next year. Butterflies love flowers, so if you want to see some monarch butterflies up close, plant some zinnia seeds next spring. Reporting for SUNY Coby News, I'm Lauren Howard.
To kick off the most wonderful time of year, residents and businesses of Cobleskill are coming together to spread some holiday cheer. The village of Cobleskill is getting ready for the annual Christmas parade and tree lighting event. The date for the parade, rain or shine, is December 2nd. It will begin at 5 p.m. and will start at Campus Drive. The parade will make its way down Main Street to end at Veterans Park, where the tree lighting will take place. Along with the participants who are walking in the parade, maybe the Grinch might make another guest appearance like he did last year. We would like to give a special thank you to local real estate business Country Boy Realty for giving us permission to use their 2022 Christmas parade footage. To end the parade, there will be a Christmas tree lighting in the park as well as a walk with Santa Claus to the firehouse. Everyone is encouraged to participate and spread the magic of Christmas. In case you forget the date and time, there is a huge banner posted after Dunkin' Donuts if you are driving into town. If you are interested in participating in the parade, applications are due tonight and they can be found at facebook.com/Cobleskill Fire Department. There's more coming up. You're watching SUNY Coby News from the video production facilities here on the SUNY Cobleskill campus. Stay with us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot me on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Welcome back to SUNY Coby News. I'm Quanique Relaford.
And I'm Jason Wilty for SUNY Coby Weather.
So how about that weather?
Weather's looking pretty good, not terrible, especially for where we live.
Yeah, it's getting a little snowy and sniffly though. Yeah, but I heard that it's supposedly supposed to get a little bit better this weekend.
That's what I hear as well. We're going to take a look at our radar and see what we're looking at. So as you can see, we don't have a lot of stuff coming in from the western New York area. We have some winds, a lot less precipitation than the weeks that we've seen. We've got some stuff coming in from Canada, maybe some colder winds towards us. As you can tell, usually it comes right over from the western side to us. That's a pretty good indicator of what we're going to get. And all these clouds on the bottom, they might show some precipitation later in the week. We'll have to see what that brings us. Nothing too severe, it looks like. A little clear for New York, especially this time of year, which is great. Let's see. So we're going to take a look at our current conditions. It's about 30 degrees right now. We've got a little bit of light snow out there. It's pretty cold, so make sure you wear a coat. Maybe layer up if you're going to go outside a lot. Walking to classes can be pretty chilly. You never know what you're going to get around here, though. It depends. It depends. It changes a lot. So tonight it's going to be pretty cold with around 20 degrees, partly cloudy, pretty cool. You know, if you're going to be outside, bundle up for sure. Tomorrow we're looking at around 34 degrees, 30% chance of snow. It's going to be pretty chilly, depending on if we get that snow or not. It depends on what you're going to wear, so look out for that. It's going to be tough. You never know, really. It could be warm in the morning, could be cold. On Friday we're going to have 43 with partly sunny. Pretty mild for December, that's for sure. Looks like the sun's going to be poking out. A lot less clouds than we're usually getting. We're going to have some sun, maybe it'll melt some of that snow. It'll be nice, get some of that off of the ground, off the roads. On Saturday, it's going to be 50. It looks like the warmest it's been in a while. Pretty uncharacteristic for the time, for the area. So, I don't know, live it up while you can, I suppose. I'd go outside Saturday if you can. Do something. Wear a hoodie. Don't wear a coat. And for our extended outlook, it looks like we are looking at a high of 54 and a low of 37 for Sunday with a little bit of rain. Monday's looking like 43 with a low of 30, partly sunny, maybe some showers. Tuesday, we've got a high of 41 with a low of 29, looking partly cloudy, maybe some sun. Wednesday's 36 with 29, also partly cloudy, a little bit of sun. And Thursday, we're going to wrap it up with 37 and 27 for the low, partly cloudy, a little bit chilly over there.
Thanks, Jason, for that weather update. We'll be back with more news after these messages.
You're watching SUNY Coby News live from the video production studio on the campus of SUNY Cobleskill. Stay with us.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Up next, it's time for another Campus View segment. This week, SUNY Coby News reporter Jason Wiltie sits down with attorney Marvin D. Parshall, Sr. to discuss his career practicing law in the Cobleskill area.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Campus Views. I'm Jason Wiltie. With me today is our guest, Mr. Marvin D. Parshall Sr., a local attorney who has been practicing law for over 60 years in the area. Thank you, Mr. Parshall, for joining us today.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Of course. So could you tell us how practicing law in an area like Cobleskill is unique than other areas?
Well, when you're in a rural area, of course, you're in a one-on-one situation with people you know, as opposed to being in a metropolitan area where you meet people that you've never met before. Usually in a rural area like this, it's people you've known, and it's more of a personal touch than in a metropolitan area.
Of course, makes sense. How is the demand for attorneys in rural areas like Cobleskill?
Oh, say that again, please.
How is the demand for attorneys in rural areas like Cobleskill?
Well, the demand is getting more extensive than it used to be, because so many young lawyers don't want to get into the local small town practices. They want to get into the more metropolitan areas where they want the highlights and the glory of the cities as opposed to the rural areas.
Mm-hmm. I could see that. And which area of law is the bulk of your business in this area?
Yes, it's the rural area is good, and it's the idea that you have to be down to earth with the local people. Mm-hmm. And if you can do that, you fit into the situation, and it makes a nice one-on-one camaraderie.
Of course. And which area of law do you think would be the bulk of your practice?
Well, in a rural area like this, it's generally the real estate and people's passing away, relatives and friends for estates, matrimonials, family law. I mean, it's pretty much the rule of the whole gamut of the legal profession.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think that real estate is so prominent?
Well, real estate's been very common because of the need for the people to be buying rural property because they want to get out of the metropolitan areas where the safety and the security is not as nearly as good as it is in the rural areas. So real estate is really a fast-moving commodity these days. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And what do you like best about practicing law in a smaller town?
Well, I think it's to know the people. It's more of a friendly routine. You see them every day, you see them once a week or once a month. You're running into them. It's not just having a client, you do the business and never see or hear from them again. In my case, I'm having now the fourth and fifth generations of people that I've practiced law with, going back 60 years, and now it's coming down to the great-grandchildren that I'm doing work for them now, and through the years that I've known their families over the last 60 years.
Mm-hmm. So you'd say that personal camaraderie sort of only benefits your practice?
Yes, but you have to know that that is part of the facet that you're dealing with when you're dealing with those kind of people. It's not just a one situation where you won't be seeing them again. So it's something you have to enjoy and live yourself within that framework. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What advice do you have for younger people interested in practicing law?
Well, I think there's a real need for young people to go into that because there's more of a need for lawyers So many lawyers, as I say, go into metropolitan areas or working for the government, working for municipalities. So to get into the private practice, there is a shortage and there's a need, and it's more self-rewarding than working for the government.
Absolutely, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all the time we have for this edition. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you, and I enjoyed being here, talking to you, and be glad to come again if you need me for a longer period of time.
Thank you. We'd love to have you.
Right.
Well, thanks so much, and that's all for this edition.
Thank you.
As we reach the end of the semester, our last production for this fall will be the Wednesday, December 13th. As always, we are coming to you from the video production studio located on the second floor of the Van Wagenen Library. That's all for this edition of SUNY Coby News, live from the SUNY Cobleskill. I'm Quanique Relaford. For more information about the 2- and 4-year communications programs here at SUNY Cobleskill, visit www.cobleskill.edu today. You can also find the SUNY Cobleskill communication programs on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Following the hashtag sunycobycomm will also help you stay up to date on our COMM program activities, including our new agricultural communication programs. Once again, I'm Quanique Relaford, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you again very soon on the next edition of SUNY Coby News.